I thought the guys, they came out and played hard. You get into these games and, right at the beginning, it's a battle. You don't know what to expect and not sure. And, we're, as I would say, and I said to the guys, we're teetering between being good and not very good. And they were able to come out and show that we're a good football team. And we got a lot of mistakes to clean up, a lot of things to correct, but those are easy to correct after a win. And to get that first win, hopefully that can lead to some bigger things for us down the road.
Maybe talk to me a little bit about your receivers today and what you got out of them.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job. Everybody knows Kasim's our go-to guy, and we want to make sure an effort to get him the ball early because he can get our team going and get that mojo going for our offense. And then Tristan Reddy just doing what he does. He's been steady for us all year. Today's his birthday, so I think that was a good birthday gift for him. Let him go out there, and he actually came out and helped us on punt return, which was really good. So he was our jack of all trades, which really helps us with our offense. So teams can't just follow Kasim around. He goes and makes his plays, and then guys like Ben Huckabone doing what he has to do and catching those balls for first downs, and Ronaldus, the whole group, right? I think they came out prepared and they wanted to prove something. I think they did a good job of that today.
We talk a lot about special teams, and often we're talking about the kickers themselves, but today it was those return guys. You mentioned quickly without Othman Brahm this week, what Tristan Reddy brought was 69 yards in punt returns, but you get 107 yards at a Keyshawn Reed, you get a big return out of Nash McDonald. How important is it to have some depth in your return game right now?
Oh, it's amazing, right? Like, we want to make sure we get good field position for the offense, and that's something we've been trying to work on these last few weeks. And then getting the ball in our playmakers' hands. And, we've been waiting for Keyshawn, knowing how explosive he is, to get the ball in his hand and let him do what he does best. And he was able to show that today. And it's really good to have that depth and have guys go back there that we have trust in that can make those big plays and flip the field for us on special teams. So I was glad that we were able to get that done today.
We've talked for a few weeks about shutting down the big plays. Toronto, a lot of their offense kind of came that way. They'd break out for a big run or a big play over the middle. What does your team need to do to start to clamp down on some of that?
I think it just comes down to focus, right? And we talked about it before the game. We're not worried about every single play and all of that. We need to be just a little bit more present and locked in throughout the game. Coaching staff on the sideline, making sure the guys are locked in. Making sure when the coaches are getting the plays in, they have time to process what the play is and what they need to do. So I think that will help us, and then eliminating those big plays. And, teams are going to make those plays on us, and then it's how we respond. And I thought we did a pretty good job of responding. I don't think they got a touchdown. So the guys did a really good job, when they did make those plays, keeping them out.
You talk about kind of making those plays and getting those calls the last few weeks. Obviously the storyline has been no Tristan Lefebvre, still coming back from injury. And every week it looks like we get a little bit more out of Elijah Barnes. This week, 18 for 25, 292 yards, but he does throw a pick. He does fumble a couple balls. Yep. What are you seeing from the young guy?
We're seeing a young guy, right? He's going to make some plays, and then he's going to make those mistakes, right? And so everybody can see what we see in him as a coaching staff, and want him here and doing those things. But we also see that, he is young. I think this is his third start. So he is going to make those mistakes. But we also, the standard of, we can't throw the ball away. We got to take care of the ball and doing those things. We're going to go through a little bit of those growing pains with him, but we got to let him know that, we're not going to stand for it too. And he understands that he understands what that expectation is, and is, up for the challenge.
Next week, finally home. It's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been a lot longer. What are you hoping for with some more Toronto area competition coming into town?
I'm pumped up. Get back home, get the crowd out, get the fans out, get people out cheering us on, make that place as loud as possible, and then us to go out and put on a show and, build off of this, right? This is, one, hopefully many, but we had to get the one to get two. So now we're going to be looking to put things together to get two. And I know the guys will be in the meeting rooms tomorrow, bright and early, and getting ready, watching the film and getting things going.